channel podcast with our the UEFA Champions League is back as we're going to be having the quarter-final encounters. The first leg encounters are going to be coming. We have a mouth-watering encounters. Real Madrid hosting Manchester City at the Santiago Bernabeu. We have Paris Saint-Germain also hosting Barcelona at the Parc des Princes in Paris. We're going to be having the Atletico Madrid side hosting Borussia Dortmund at Wanda Metropolitano, and at the Emirates Stadium we're going to be having Arsenal, the league leaders in the Premier League, hosting the Bavarians, Bayern Munich, six-time European champions. Let's begin with the game that's going to be coming on at the Santiago Bernabeu, where Real Madrid are meeting Manchester City. And it has been a meeting of familiar foes over the last 3 seasons. You've seen these sides meeting. 2 seasons ago, when Real Madrid were on their way to winning the title, they met Manchester City as they eliminated Manchester City on the way in the semi-finals before beating Liverpool, fellow English side, in the finals to lift the trophy. The last season in the semi-finals, when Pep Guardiola was on the way to winning his title and also the treble with Manchester City, he eliminated Real Madrid on the way in the semi-finals before winning the title against Inter Milan. So they're squaring it off tonight. Real Madrid have sent a message to UEFA so that they'll be given the opportunity to entirely close the Bernabeu Stadium and make sure that it becomes a hostile atmosphere for the Manchester City setup. Manchester City have eliminated Real Madrid on 2 occasions, and if you're going to remember, in 2020 during the COVID era, Manchester City did it double when they eliminated Real Madrid at that point in time when Zinedine Zidane was the man in the dugout for Real Madrid. And then last season also they eliminated them. Manchester City have also been eliminated by Real Madrid before. Remember in 2016 when Real Madrid were on the winning to winning the title, they eliminated Manchester City in the semi-final, and also 2 seasons ago in 2022 when they eliminated Manchester City. But this has been quarter-final stage since 2003-2004 season, when AS Monaco eliminated Real Madrid. Real Madrid is yet to be eliminated at this stage in the quarterfinal. So this tells you that Pep Guardiola and his charges have got a Herculean task to beat Real Madrid at this stage and eliminate them to progress into the semi-finals of the competition. This has been the first leg. Last season, it was a 1-1 draw at Santiago Bernabeu when Vinicius Jr. scored before Kevin De Bruyne had an equalizer. What is going to happen tonight when these 2 sides squares it off? And no much injury concerns because Eder Militao is now back. On the part of Real Madrid, the only big injury concern has been a long-time injury man who has been on the touch, who has been on the sidelines, who is goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois. And Andre Lunin has been providing the shade in the goalpost for Real Madrid. Dani Carvajal, all the likes are going to be around. David Alaba, the likes of Rudiger, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Federico Valverde, Vinicius Jr., the likes of Rodrigo Goes, Brahim Diaz. How is Manchester City going to fare up against Real Madrid setup when Kyle Walker is not going to be around? So it's likely Manuel Akanji could be given the opportunity to be at the right side of defense for Manchester City. Rodri is around, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, Jeremy Doku, much of injury concerns, but it's likely that he can be part of the side. And Jack Grealish has also found its boots over the couple of games being played Manchester City so far. So it's a clash of the Titans at the Santiago de Bernabeu when Pep Guardiola on the touchline for Manchester City comes against Carlo Ancelotti, the Don Fabio, who's also being the man in the dugout for Real Madrid. For me, if the game ends in a draw, it's not going to be a matter of surprise to me. So I favor a draw. But if a win is going to come, I see Real Madrid getting that win against Manchester City at the Santiago de Bernabeu. At the Emirates, it's going to be a meeting of familiar foes. 2008-2009 season was the last time Arsenal made it into the semi-final when Mikel Arteta was part of the setup. Tonight, he's going to be the man on the touchline when he coaches the team against Bayern Munich. Mind you, the last 2 encounters between these 2 sides has ended in a 10-2 on aggregate in favor of Bayern Munich. So it tells you Bayern Munich has been a dominant side when it comes to meetings against Arsenal. Bayern Munich this season have not fared quite well in the German Bundesliga, but on the European side, they are doing quite well. And remember, they eliminated Lazio in the round of 16 before pitching up a game against Arsenal. Arsenal, the league leaders in the Premier League, are doing a marvelous job, and they are marching on, wanting to win the Premier League for the first time in 20 years. And Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, who has been on the sidelines due to injuries, now back. Thomas Partey is back. Declan Rice has been doing a marvelous job. Matthew Odegaard, the likes of Jorginho has also found his foot in the Arsenal setup. So Bayern Munich are going to make an appearance at the Emirates Stadium as they are waiting. For me, I think Arsenal is going to start as favourite based on the fact that they have been in top shape. They have been in top shape based on the quality, the sides, and how they have been performing over the encounters that they've having both on the English soil and in Europe, and they are doing massively well. Kingsley Coman is back from injury and is likely going to pass a late fitness test based on the injury schedule that he had, and then it's a major boost for Bayern Munich. Leroy Sané is going to be around, but the real deal is going to be Jamal Musiala and Harry Kane. Harry Kane is making a return to England. He was with Tottenham Hotspur. This time around, he's going with Bayern Munich. Serge Gnabry, who has also been a boy at Arsenal, is also making a return to his former club, but this time as an opponent. So, who is going to win who is going to win the match? But honestly speaking, if you take a look form-wise, form guide, Arsenal has been the team that has been the top, at the top, based on the performances of these two sides when you compare Arsenal and Bayern Munich on the score. So for me, with the likes of Bukayo Saka going to be around, Gabriel Jesus, forget about the fact that Jamal Musiala is going to be around, Harry Kane. Kim Min-jae has not been quite tough for Bayern Munich at the back line, so the reliable defender oftentimes has been Dayot Upamecano. But how is going to midfield battle going to be? The likes of Leon Goretzka, the likes of Joshua Kimmich, and we're going to be having Declan Rice. I don't know whether Thomas Partey could be given the opportunity to play tonight, but Declan Rice, the likes of Martin Odegaard and Jorginho, also on the part of Arsenal. For me, I see Arsenal likely to carry the day. This has been the podcast with our. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and let's keep the conversation going on. Thank you. Yes.